Tracy from Music Box and Minds Magazine, and I'm with Timothy from Underoath. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Cool.
Are you enjoying Scotland?
Yeah, so far it's awesome. We've just been here today on this tour, but it's nice.
Awesome. I can't get it. Disambiguation was released here a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. But it was released in the US in November. Was there a gap? Was the gap intentional?
I don't know exactly why the gap was there. We would have loved for it all to come out at the same time, but we switched over, got a new label, RoadRunner over here. So working with them, that was, I guess, between our States label and RoadRunner, they just decided it would be better to push it back and have it available now. So yeah, it came out a couple months later, but yeah, it's out now. So we're happy about that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the fans see much of a difference between the new album and the previous releases?
I think so. I mean, mainly the singing is all Spencer. That's the biggest change. Aaron, our drummer and singer, left the band, so we got a new drummer, and in turn Spencer took over all the singing. So, and there's a lot of differences, but there's a lot of similarities. I don't think it's the biggest departure from the last record, but it's definitely a progression towards something new, and I think the people that like what they're hearing now are going to like the future stuff.
It always helps.
Yeah.
When writing, are the lyrics drawn from personal experiences or dreamlike situations?
Both. Spencer writes all the lyrics, so I can't really say which are which, but some are inspired by personal things, stories that you hear of other people having things going on, and then some are just imagination-based, trying to get a point across in a very parabolic way.
Do your songs have a message or want your fans to take away, or have the fans to look into the songs and find their own meaning?
I think it's both. Again, that's more of a Spencer question, but I mean, I know when we do interviews and he gets that question, it's more of like a lot of it deals with being in really hard places and dark places and redemption and kind of getting yourself out of the situation. So I think the bigger message is just hope and always trying to be better at being a person, be a better friend, be a better husband, whatever that is for you, be better. But yeah, there's a lot of open-ended things where you can draw your own conclusions and it can apply to you personally.
And a lot of positivity as well.
Yeah, it's hard for people to find positivity sometimes because it is so dark sometimes. But yeah, the greater message, whether it's a positive song or a negative song, is like if you listen to it all and really study it, it's all about being in the depths of this all the way to just over here, but always being able to be progressive and pushing towards something positive and getting out of bad situations.
The band have stated on numerous occasions that you're a Christian band. Do you worry that people might see that and think all your songs are about God? Or
no, I'm not worried. I mean, for us now, like at this point in our band's career, if you call it that, our band's existence, we don't consider ourselves a Christian band at this point. We're all people that are, try to be positive and want to live a positive life. And most of us are still all, believing Christians, but as a band unit, we're just not in a spot where everyone's on the same page. So I feel like that's kind of thing. But as far as us being a band of faith, when we thought that of ourselves, we never really cared. It's like the same thing as right now, we're not necessarily a Christian band per se, but we don't really think that that's a negative thing, just like being a Christian band is a negative thing. I think that just being who you are and being honest about where you're at and where you're going is the best policy, and people can take that and leave that for what it is,
And being honest to the fans and letting them.
Yeah.
There's been many line-up changes. How do you feel the band have coped, and do you think it pushes you to a stronger band?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the lineup changes, I mean, we've really only decided on a lineup change once in our careers. Everything else has been people leaving on their own accord. So it's always something that comes and goes, and you roll with the punches. It's something that isn't ever easy, but we've found ways, by the grace of God, to really just progress past it. And every time we seem to lose a really important member, an equally competent or more important person comes into play. So it's just been a really positive and progressive point for us on all member change occasions.
Chris couldn't make it out in this tour. How's it been playing without him?
It's good. It's weird not having Chris around, but yeah, I mean we put all of his keyboard stuff on a computer, so he's playing with us in spirit. But yeah, he's at home with his kid, brand new baby, and just doing well.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah. So it's good for him and good for us, and we wanted to make sure we came and did the tour, and it's been good.
At least you've managed to work your way round about it. And
Totally. Yeah.
Underoath have toured with some amazing bands, Bless the Fall, Sailson and Architects to name a few. Who would you like to tour with in the future?
Mastodon and the Deftones.
Oh, I love Deftones.
Yeah.
Favourite band?
We try to get on all of their tours.
Don't blame me.
Yeah.
What's been your best and worst tour story so far?
On this tour?
Any tour.
Or
if it narrows it down to this one.
Don't know. Spencer got food poisoning on a tour we did last year, and we had to cancel a show. That sucked. And the best thing was best tour story ever.
Or one that sticks in your mind.
Yeah, probably the tour we just did with Thursday was really cool, and we did a tour with them over here a while ago, and it was cool we just did a tour with them in the States, and it's cool to kind of have our friendship that we started over here kind of play out over there, so that was really cool and positive.
Brilliant. You have two British bands touring with you. What do you think of them and the British scene in general?
We don't really know about the British scene, but the bands we're out with, Devil Sold His Soul and Deaf Banner are good. They're really all nice dudes, good bands, so yeah, it's a good lineup.
A fan asked, would you ever consider doing a hometown holiday show like Thursday do? Or
maybe.
Every year?
Yeah, maybe. We've never really thought of it.
Yeah, I think they're wanting it in Florida.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Who influenced you to be involved in music, either out with music or a band?
Who influenced us to be
involved in music?
Oh man, bands, local bands. Jimmy Eat World, Clarity was a really important record. I was already playing music, but Refuse and At the Drive-In, when I heard them, was really a push to go towards an experimental and aggressive direction for sure. But yeah, all the step of the way was just being inspired and stoked on music and wanting to be a part of that.
What bands, old and new, would you recommend?
At the Drive-In, Refused, Radiohead, Mogwai. I really like Jay-Z and A Tribe Called Quest. POS. Every Time I Die, Norma Jean, Converge. That covers a lot of different things.
Cool genre.
Yeah. Comeback Kid's great. Yeah.
Great. After this tour, what did the band have planned?
We're doing a tour in Australia with The Day to Remember, and then we come home, we do a US tour.
Awesome.
And we're actually announcing some of that info next week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that everyone will be able to check back and hopefully
Yeah.
get that. And lastly, do you have anything you would like to say to anyone watching?
Just thanks for all the support, and we look forward to coming back.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
See you